All right, KEWNYC, how we doing? This is a video that we're titling "Bulletproof Your Rental Commissions." We see instances where we're losing commissions because agents are not necessarily following best practices. So we want to make sure that we lay out some best practices for you as they relate to making sure you're getting paid on rental commissions. Basically, we're just going to walk through here and I'll explain some of the different forms to you. But obviously, first and foremost, we need to present and explain agency disclosure, which is found obviously in a bunch of places, notably on Dotloop. We have our agency disclosure forms there. That's going to set us up well because if you follow again our best practices and also law, disclosure needs to be presented first. It also sets us up nicely for presenting and explaining our commission agreement. So the the commission agreement is also going to be located on Dotloop. It's here, and what you'll see is that the commission agreement allows you ample opportunity at the beginning of a relationship, and I think this is what's key. At the very beginning of a relationship with a tenant, they deserve a full disclosure of agency, and they also deserve a full explanation of how rental commissions in New York City work. Our rental commission agreement is an instrument or tool that you can use to best explain that and also get their acceptance and acknowledgement of those terms on paper. So when you present this to them, again, invite the opportunity for them to ask you questions or object to this agreement. Get it out of the way first. We have some broad policies here. 15% of the annual is a commission that we're asking for here. There are going to be instances when that commission is paid by other parties in the form of an OP, where there may be other instances where the tenant is responsible for only a portion, but in any event, they deserve to understand that. They deserve a full explanation of that, and frankly, it will save you lots of headache after the fact. It also explains our terms as it relates to the commission. Can they do they owe a commission if we owe them an apartment? Show them an apartment in a building and then they see a different apartment in the same building, who's owed a commission there. All those things are explained in the commission agreement. It's not a hard document to read or understand. On the reverse side of it, what you'll see is that at every single apartment that you show, there's an opportunity for the tenant to initial. So this is a very redundant form, but I mean that in a positive sense because it really clarifies when and where and how much commission will be payable in every single instance. So again, you need to be able to have that conversation and you need to be able to get it out of the way. One of the things that you can count on in the Market Center is that basically twice a month we have some training on the rental commission, and that is usually during Productivity Bootcamp. It's called Productivity Bootcamp Class number 6, Negotiating and Making Offers. I host that from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The next time you're going to have an opportunity to see that will be in April, but it is on the training calendar. All you need to do is RSVP to your coaches or to a productivity coach if you'd like to attend that class. Make sure you're getting everything signed. I have seen, believe it or not, commission agreements where all of the apartments are listed, but there are no tenant signatures. We can't enforce that. I've seen commission agreements where it is signed, but there are no apartments listed. We really can't enforce that either. So make sure that we're using these agreements to their fullest extent. Make sure they're clear on things like no fee listings on StreetEasy. Just because a listing is listed to the consumer as no fee does not mean the tenant is going to pay, or the owner rather, is going to pay our broker commission. You simply need to be able to explain that to people. Some of our agents use a loyalty agreement wherein they're asking for an exclusivity. That will obviously allow you to talk about the rental commission as well. Use a rental transaction deal sheet. So we have an additional document. It's called a rental transaction deal sheet. And what this does is after so initially when you present the commission agreement, you're getting a general acceptance of terms. But once you found them an apartment, that's when that becomes a reality. That's when 12% or 15% of the annualized rent becomes a dollar amount. And you can use the rental transaction deal sheet before you actually close on the unit so that the tenant can accept the terms and sign off on them. I think it's a crucial extra step that will, again, help to bulletproof your rental commissions. The other things that we can do is that if we find ourselves in an event where we are expecting payment and have not received it from a tenant, make sure you send out an invoice. The commission invoice is also located on Dotloop. The commission invoice is also located on Dotloop. It's right here. And if you take a look at that, this is here. Now, a lot of people think that this is only going to be sent to landlords when we're owed an OP. But you can send a commission invoice anytime you're owed money, even if it's by a tenant. In fact, as a best practice, if you approach either Fannie or the MCA department or myself and say, hey, I'm owed money from a tenant on a transaction. What we're going to do is ask for your documents, which include your disclosure form, your commission agreement, and then if you haven't sent one, we're going to instruct you or ask you to send out an invoice. The invoice needs to be a unique invoice, so you can come up with a couple of different combinations here that will help you remember. There's some help here, agent initial, street, and unit number. And crucially, invoices will have a due by date. So you need to make sure that if you're sending an invoice out, you're letting people know when you expect the money back. In that way, if we are not paid, we can take the next potential corrective measures. Make sure you're getting Fannie, myself, and the MCA department on every email invoice or invoice that you email out. And just make sure you get signatures on everything. I have to say, most of the time when we see a problem with a commission, it is agent error. Unfortunately, most of the time, it's an so the opportunity wasn't taken to explain disclosure. The opportunity wasn't taken to present a commission agreement. If it was, the commission agreements then sometimes aren't signed, or et cetera. So again, as a business owner, you need to make sure that you know how you're getting paid, and you need to make sure that your clients understand that when you are due money, and that's hopefully what we helped crystallize in this quick video. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck. If you are owed a commission right now, if you feel you're owed a commission right now, make sure that you let the MCA department, myself, Paul, and Fanny know via email, and we will walk you through the next steps. Thank you very much, and happy renting.